Hey, welcome back everyone. Out here with the Kioti CK3510 and my brush hog. And wouldn't you know it, another issue today. The diesel water light warning light came on, so we're gonna try and figure out how to get that fixed. Let's get started. Okay, so I was brush hogging and a light came on I've never seen before, and I actually didn't know what it was, so I had to do some investigation. There's a red light right here, and that light kind of looks, I don't know, kind of like an upside down bell maybe, but actually it's it's a fuel filter. And what that warning light is telling you is that the sensor in the fuel filter has detected water, and once that happens, the tractor goes into limp mode, and I lost all power, kind of had to come to an immediate stop and kind of figure out what's going on. So got her back up here to the house, and now we're going to try and see what we can do to get her fixed. So here's what we got going on. So here's your fuel filter, and under here, right here is where the sensor is with this wire coming off. And so what we're going to need to do is unscrew this sensor, unclip it here, unscrew it, drain all the diesel out of this filter, because it obviously has some water in it. And then once we are done, we'll put the sensor back, prime the filter back up with new diesel, and we should be good to go. It should be that simple, right? We'll find out. Let's get started. Okay, so I have a pan here under the tractor, and I have my flexible funnel, so I'm going to try and actually try and get most of the diesel into this pan. We'll see what happens. And so we got to figure out how to get the clip off. Okay, there's a tab in the back, it looks like. Yep, press that down, I'm guessing. There we go. Got to press it down. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so we got the connector undone. Going to go ahead and unscrew the sensor. And this wire is attached, so it's going to want to spin around with it. So try to get it out of the road so it can spin freely. And then I'm going to grab my funnel. All right, there it is. All right, the diesel's flown out. And it should drain the whole filter. Yep, and there it is. That did not take much at all. Now that the filter's drained, we're going to go ahead and take our fuel filter sensor, make sure there's no debris on it. Now with it drained, I'm going to go ahead and put her back in. Okay. And go ahead and rehook up our sensor. Alright, there we go. Okay, so then the last thing is just to then prime this fuel filter back with diesel. And so there's a pump right here that we need to press and pump to get the fuel back in. And there's a bleeder screw, oops, there's a bleeder screw right here that we need to loosen up and then start pumping. And then once fuel starts coming out of this bleeder screw, you know the fuel filter's full, and you can go ahead and tighten your bleeder screw back up, and then it should be good to go. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll bring you back once I have filled up. Okay, so I loosened that bleeder screw. I pumped this maybe, I don't know, only 20 times it felt like, not very much. I thought I was gonna have to pump it a lot more. But after that, you could, as you're pumping, you can hear the air hissing and escaping that bleeder. And then after about, like I said, 20 or so, that stopped, and you could see diesel dripping out of that bleeder. And so I knew I was good then. So I went ahead and tightened the bleeder back up. I double checked everything, cleaned everything off, dried everything. So I think at this point, I'm ready to go ahead and give her start it up and see what happens. Alright, so started her up, got back in the pasture, and no warning lights. So we are good to go. So we're going to go ahead and fire up the mower. Alright, here we go. Like we're working well. All right, I would say that's a wrap. So when that light came on, I thought, oh shit, last thing I want to do today is work on the tractor. But this one ended up being pretty easy, about 15 minutes beginning to end, problem solved, vacuum mowing. So you can't complain about that. I'll take those, every once in a while, not a big deal. So. All right, everyone, hope this helped you out. If you see the same warning light on your tractor, pasture mode, and we'll see you next time.